Happy Monday. Okay, it is a little bit before 6:30 in the morning. I am headed to work. My phone says that it's 1. My car says it's 7. All I know is it's flipping cold. So I'm letting my car warm up for just a minute, but I thought I'd share with you what my plan is for the day and working my Scentsy business. Alright, so yep, car says 7. Phone says 1. I don't know. You tell me. Anyway, you can see this. Alright. So I've got my Scentsy bag with me because I've got 3 orders to deliver. Here is an example of one. It's just a 3-pack of bars. Everybody this week ordered bars, so my orders actually came in on Friday, which is why it's a Monday and I'm doing some deliveries because, of course, I still want to get them out. So one of them is someone that I work with in my corporate office, so I'm going to deliver that to her. And then the other 2 are for one of my VIP hosts over at the doctor's office. So I'm going to deliver those to her today, either on my lunch break or right after work. So that's the beginning of my day. Wish me luck. I'm just checking in. It is a little after 3. I worked my lovely day at the JOB. I just dropped off an order to my friends here in Lee's Summit, and I thought while I was sitting here, I've had this in my purse for a couple of days, and since the temperature is so stinking low and they're expecting snow tomorrow, I thought it was a perfect time to put beach in the car. So I'm gonna change out my sun circle and make myself happy. Alright, not that it really needs explanation, but you just take off the old one and then you hang up the new one. So, oh, it already smells amazing. There we go. Alright, so the circle changed, order delivered, and got a follow-up order when I was at my day job today, so that worked out well. Welcome to my kitchen. You guys have seen my kitchen probably just a handful of times. Today we are in here though because we are going to be making some samples to give out. You guys know how I say people fall in love Scentsy when they try Scentsy, so we have to get it in their hands, and the best way to do that is to give them samples of our wax. So today what I'm going to do, I'm going to be cost business savvy. And so I still have my lovely Scentsy brick of Very Merry Cranberry, and you can see the bricks last forever, guys, so you got to grab these when you can. But obviously it is still a current scent, and because it does smell amazing, and we're kind of coming to the end of our fall winter season, my goal is to try and move as much Very Merry Cranberry as I can with my customers. So what's the best way to do that? Make them some samples, give them to them, and they will love it too. So that's what we're gonna do today. We've talked about the sample bag that I use. This is what kind of makes it easy and convenient to literally come from my office in the bedroom to come in here to the kitchen, because what did I have to grab? All I needed was my bag, and all I needed was my, well, it's a chocolate melter, but of course I only use it for wax. So I just needed those 2 things to grab and bring in here with me. That keeps it organized and easy and convenient, because you know me, I'm all about trying to keep it as simple as I can. So in here, as I've talked about before, lives literally everything I need to make samples, right? I have my sample postcards are here and ready to be used and attached. And the various pockets, of course, are where all my baggies live. So I got my baggies to make the samples. Label maker, because, you know, it's just a necessity. Then I keep some fun bags here, and these are just little cello bags. They're used for treat bags, but as you can tell, like this one is perfect for Valentine's Day. So if I'm doing like a fun host bag or a thank you bag or anything like that, it's really fun to be able to use these types of bags. So you can see I've got a couple different ones. I've still got some sugar skulls that I used, and then I've got jelly beans, because jelly beans are just fun anytime. Inside lives all of my molds. So you'll see I've got my Scentsy molds, I've got my silicone molds, my plastic molds. It just kind of depends what I'm in the mood for or what the occasion calls for. Now, because we're doing Very Merry Cranberry, see I've got like some little stars here. I've got some little, they look like little circles. But I personally think that because we're coming upon Valentine's Day, I think my hearts are gonna serve the best purpose for this one. Even though I love my stars, yeah, I think we're gonna go with hearts. So let's dive in and let's make some samples. Okay, so here is the, well, chocolate melter, but my wax melter. You'll see it just has a silicone lid that comes in and out, and so this is what I actually melt in. So best way to keep any scent transfer from happening is to simply wash with hot water and dish soap, like Dawn or Palmolive, anything like that. And then to really, really get the scent out if you're needing to, it's really great to use a little bit of baking soda. And I've heard people use even vinegar just to, you know, when they're cleaning it to get it out. I have used the baking soda before and it works fine, along with my hot water and dish soap. So that works perfectly. All we're gonna do is we're gonna plug this in, we're gonna turn it on up, get it hot, and then we're gonna put our wax in to get it melting. All right, so if you can see back here, my little orange light is on. We are heating up officially. Now, because we're working with a brick, remember a brick is obviously a little over a pound of wax, people. So we got a lot of wax in here. I'm just gonna use a little butter knife to help me get the cubes out, because as you're about to see, these are not your average cubes. These babies are huge, right? So if you're putting them in warmers, you don't want to put a whole thing in a warmer. That's going to be way too much wax. You're going to overuse and waste your wax. I recommend cutting it in half, and that's equal to about 2 regular size cubes when you're putting it in a warmer. But since we are melting for sample purposes, normally what I would do is I would actually put an entire bar in my warmer or my melter here. And that way I will have plenty to make samples with. But because we're working with the brick today, I'm just gonna use 2 cubes from my brick. Because I'm not trying to make samples for months. I'm just making enough samples to get my customers moving and trying some new scents. So that's the goal. That's what we're aiming for with this project. All right, so we've got 2 cubes in there. We're gonna let it melt down. As soon as it's completely melted, we're gonna pour it out. We're gonna pour it into our plastic mold. And then what I do is I'm gonna pop it in the freezer for 10 minutes, let it set. So all it takes is about 10 minutes, and you're gonna see when it's done, we're just gonna literally flip it over and the molds are just gonna drop right out. Easy peasy. so we've got our molds done. Now I'm just gonna go put them in the freezer and they're gonna sit for 10 minutes. Tonight we have been talking, and today we've been talking all about samples and kind of working our business. So we've got samples done, we've got them ready to go. So I'm going to be dropping those out, handing them out, giving them out, putting them on my orders. Like I said, my goal is to try and push as much Very Merry Cranberry as I possibly can. Until the end of this catalog. So that's my goal. I'll let you know how it goes and keep you updated. I think that things are going really well. So you know that kind of going back to basics, right? So it's all about the basics. It's all about, last week we talked about follow-ups, we talked about those customer sales, retention of those customers. And so now we want to take care of them. We want to pamper them, and we want to continuously get new customers. So today, you know, it was very cold and I had to deliver some orders today. So I took my Scentsy bag, and when I was at work, I just simply put it on my desk. I didn't say anything, I didn't put anything out. I just had my Scentsy bag there. So of course it's got the Scentsy logo on it. And I will tell you that I got 2 orders for today from people who stopped by my desk, and the first words out of their mouth were, "Oh, do you sell that Scentsy stuff?" I do. Here's the catalog, here's a business card, here's a sample for you. I actually did have some samples left over of Cherished that I made up, so I had those with me. I had them just kind of in the bag, and so I promised them all, because the 2 in particular gave me orders. So I promised them that I was going to bring them samples that, because they were asking me about the skincare line. And so I wanted to let them know that, yeah, I've been trying it and I'm loving it. Number 9 is probably my favorite in the whipped body souffle. It is crushed pineapple, coconut milk, and exotic vanilla. I adore it. It's amazing. So I told them that I would bring them something fun tomorrow, so I'm going to do that. So you can order these samples and you get, what, 20 packets of these in the Scentsy family store, and I believe it's only like $7. And so, but I love these because I've been putting them in like my thank you cards. In fact, the orders that went out today, they each got a sample of something. I just kind of randomly selected for those. It's putting the product in the customer's hands, and that is honestly the best way to get them to fall in love with Scentsy. So one of the people who ordered from me today, she has never used Scentsy before, so she wanted something that was on sale because she didn't want to spend a whole bunch. So I went through very quickly. I found her a warmer that was in the clearance section, and she ordered just 1 bar because she was really on a budget. And I said, well, no problem. I tell you what, we'll go ahead and we'll place this order. And then while you're waiting for your order to come in, I'm going to bring you in a warmer and a bar from my super secret Scentsy stash at home. And that way you can kind of just play with it and use it for the week or so until your order gets here. And she just was over the moon about that. She was very excited to hear that. So I'm very excited to kind of surprise her. Well, not really surprise her, but, you know, bring it in and get to see that. So I'll let you know how that turns out. So it's kind of like a borrow bag, right? Same concept as flying. But, you know, it's just working that business, getting your name out there and continuing to get it out there. And like I said, samples are the greatest way to do it because people fall in love when they smell a scent. It either reminds them, it creates a memory, or it just is one of those relaxing, soothing moments for a customer, so I love those. So I hope that that has helped a little, the demonstration of the samples and how I put those together. If you guys have questions, all you have to do is comment below. Make sure that you are liking, so give me a thumbs up if this helped you out. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our weekly Tuesday trainings, so you don't want to miss these. And then of course all the fun videos in between. So guess what is coming later this week? Yes, I have the brand new warmer and the brand new scent is coming, the one for February. So excited, I cannot wait to get it. I think I'm going to love the scent, and the warmer, all I'm gonna say. So I can't wait to share that with you guys too. So you're gonna want to make sure that you're subscribed. Until next time, peace, love, happiness.